Hey everyone, Nigel and Luke here, and welcome to Crime Zone. Just a heads up, this video is going to be a little bit different from our usual uploads. For a while now, we've wanted to incorporate more current crime stories and events into the content we make, and we decided the best way to do that would be to launch a second video series where we cover news and updates from cases happening in the previous week. Be sure to let us know what you think of this new series, as we're always interested to hear your thoughts and feedback. If you're more of a fan of the content we've been doing so far, don't worry, that's not going anywhere. We will definitely have a new video coming later this week. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe to Crime Zone if you enjoy our videos, making sure to hit the notification bell to stay up to date with our latest releases. With that out of the way, here is our first ever edition of Crimes of the Week.
Last Tuesday, charges were laid against the backup driver of a self-driving Uber that struck and killed a pedestrian in Tempe, Arizona in March of 2018. Rafaela Vasquez was in the driver's seat of the Volvo SUV when it fatally hit 39-year-old Elaine Herzberg while the vehicle was operating in autonomous mode. She has been charged with negligent homicide. Tempe police say that Vasquez was watching a television show on her phone at the time of the crash. Dashcam footage that was previously released of the incident showed her looking down at something in her lap shortly before the collision. An investigation conducted by the National Transportation Safety Board last year found that the crash likely resulted from, quote, the failure of the vehicle operator to monitor the driving environment and the operation of the automated driving system because she was visually distracted throughout the trip by her personal cell phone. That same report also noted that additional factors, such as the failure of Uber's autonomous system to determine that Herzberg was in fact a pedestrian, and Herzberg's decision to cross the street at night outside of a designated crosswalk, also contributed to the accident. Vasquez pled not guilty to the charge of negligent homicide. Her trial is set to begin on February 21st.
A candlelight vigil in San Jose turned deadly last Tuesday night when an unknown assailant shot 6 people, killing 2 of them. Neighbors reportedly gathered to honor a man who had recently died in a car accident when a gunman opened fire on the crowd shortly after 10 p.m. The shooting took place about half a mile from San Jose State University. 2 people were pronounced dead at the scene, while 4 others who were shot are expected to survive. The 2 deaths are the 27th and 28th murders in San Jose this year. So far, police have not been able to identify a suspect.
Police responding to a call shortly after 2 a.m. on Friday found a man shot to death outside of a vehicle on the border of Kansas City's Park Farms and Oldham Farms neighborhoods. Officers had been asked to check on a suspicious car outside of a home in the area, and upon arriving found the man shot and unresponsive near the vehicle. Police later identified the man as 19-year-old Jalen M. Davis and say they're making headway in piecing together the events prior to the shooting. No names of suspects have been released at this time. The killing marks the 144th homicide of the year in Kansas City and was just one of 4 to take place in the city in the preceding 5 days.
Arizona police are looking for the second suspect involved in what has been referred to as an ambush-style shooting of an officer that took place last Thursday morning. The 2 perpetrators arrived at the scene in a silver Infiniti, pulling up alongside the car of an Arizona Department of Public Safety detective. A passenger exited the vehicle and proceeded to shoot at the officer, who returned fire. Though the detective's car was unmarked, they were reportedly wearing easily identifiable police attire. A second public safety detective quickly responded to the situation and was able to assist in apprehending the shooter, who has been identified as 17-year-old Luis German Espinoza Acuna. However, the driver of the Infiniti was able to get away. Neither Acuna nor the officers involved in the shooting were injured.
A 26-year-old Michigan man was arrested on Wednesday night after performing a jump across a Detroit drawbridge. The incident has been likened to a Dukes of Hazzard-style stunt. The man was reportedly behind the wheel of a Dodge sedan when the Ford Street Bascule Bridge began to rise, but instead of stopping, he accelerated towards it, according to Andre Locke, the bridge operator. Police said the suspect managed to make the jump unharmed, however he damaged both the bridge's safety gates and his tires in the process. He was arrested later that night in southwest Detroit on suspicion of malicious destruction of property over $1,000.
Early last week, a package addressed to President Donald Trump was found to contain the highly toxic compound ricin. All White House mail is sorted and screened at an off-site facility, so the package was easily intercepted by law enforcement. Over the weekend, a woman was arrested in connection with the case, attempting to cross the Canada-US border from Quebec into New York State. Authorities had previously speculated that the mysterious package had been sent from Canada. They are now investigating similar packages found in Texas that may have been sent by the same person. Little other information has been released about the case at this time, but it is expected that prosecutors in Washington, D.C. will bring charges against the woman soon.
A large party spiraled out of control early Saturday morning when as many as 4 shooters opened fire on those in attendance. The incident took place at around 12:30 a.m. in Rochester, New York, after several smaller house parties had converged into a group of about 100 to 200 people. The shooters fired at least 40 rounds into the crowd, killing Jakayla Young and Jarvis Alexander, both of whom were 19 years old. 14 other people between the ages of 17 and 23 were also injured. According to the city's coronavirus guidelines, social gatherings are supposed to be limited to household members only. The chief of police later criticized unsanctioned and illegal house parties in the area, saying that adding alcohol and violence was a recipe for disaster.
A lawn display set up by a Michigan resident to mock mail-in voting is no laughing matter, according to one local election official. The resident set up a toilet in the front of their house next to a sign that says, "Place mail-in ballots here." Barb Byram, the Democratic clerk of Ingham County, filed a complaint with police over the display, saying that it could mislead people unfamiliar with the voting system. In defense of the complaint, Byram noted that it is a felony to take illegal possession of an absentee ballot, and that many people are voting by mail for the first time. Police have told the Associated Press that the complaint is currently being investigated. That's it for this edition of Crimes of the Week. Let us know what you think of the news series in the comments section below, as well as any other news stories that you think we should keep an eye on for next week's video. As always, if you enjoyed our video, don't forget to like and subscribe to Crime Zone, making sure to hit the notification bell to stay up to date with our latest releases. Thank you for watching.